Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This time we've got the Gemstone Fireworks Catalogue for 2022. There's quite a few new pieces in here. A big shout out to them for taking the time to post this over to me so I could do this video. Big fan of Gemstone Fireworks. They've been going for about 4 years now. Got a massive range and some absolutely stonking fireworks. So I've been through most of the videos for the cakes. There are some new ones that they don't have videos of, but I'll go through them all with you. The smaller stuff, I've not been through many of the bits, but we'll get to the good stuff. But I'll go through the entire catalogue anyway. So there you go. There's just a brief table of contents, but we'll get into it. Obviously, they do two types of sparklers there: neon sparklers and 18-inch gold ones. They've got some little throwdowns there, some like fun snap type things that the kids seem to enjoy. And they do these fireballs here, which have got some crackle to them as well from the videos I've seen. 3 in a pack, light them, chuck them on the floor, and they explode basically. Very quick, but great fun if you've got even a small back garden, to be fair. And we've got a small pack of fountains there, Crackling Lava, 1.4G. They've got the Frosty Fountain, which, well, I think it was originally done as a Ghostbuster fountain by Brothers, but there's loads of variations out there, and this will be of a similar sort of design. Bear in mind that this one will fan out, so you'll need quite a lot of space in your garden to accommodate it. But they're great pieces. As for the recommended retail prices, if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that they are inflated. You won't be paying that kind of price for fireworks in here. Although there are price increases this year, I'll give you some guide prices based on like last year's prices that I've seen for some of the items, so you get a rough idea of what you should be paying. They've got the Lava Blast massive conic fountains there, 1.4G. 13-inch conics, and then some single shots which they've changed the packaging for this year. You used to get, I think, 2 flavours. It looks like they do 3 now, based on the colour of the packaging. They're good, the single shots are nice effects, but they've changed them up for this year, I think. Thunderstrike there, your large style Roman candles, and then they've got some more single shots down here, big boom single shots. And they're 1.3G, so they should pack a good punch. Then, selection box wise, I've never seen these in the shops. They're really hard to find, to be fair. So I'd have no idea in terms of how good they are. The only thing I will say is from some of the descriptions in here, like you've got purple crackle there, reds and blues in some of the fountains. So they're non-standard, you know. They're not your cheap green and red type fountains. You know, we've got some variation in there, which is great, and some non-standard colours, which is nice to see. Certainly in small selection boxes as well, which is good to see. There looks like there are some double ups, which you tend to get now in the bigger boxes, which I personally am not a fan of, but you could set them up in 2s or 3s, I suppose, if you wanted it in a row, and they'd look quite good, to be fair. So they have the uses. Some of the bigger packs obviously have some smaller cakes in there, like the whistle cake. So that's those. Then we've got some bigger ones, some new ones for this year. These don't have the full breakdown in there, so I don't know what the contents will be like, and I haven't seen any videos. Any unboxing videos, anything like that. So I don't actually know what they're going to contain, other than based on the price. Obviously there will be some bigger cakes in there, so it's certainly intriguing to see how these sort of turn out. And they're all 1.4G, and then we've got some crates here. Now a friend of mine had, I can't remember which one it was, it might have been this one, and he said it was amazing. It looks like there are some double ups. But there are some pieces as well that you won't find as available for sale as singles. So that's why I'm always intrigued by the crates, because they do contain different ones, like Fallen Angel you won't find, Reborn. You won't find these in their single range. So always intrigues me as to what they perform like. Haven't seen any videos though, but they're 1.3G, so they will be of good quality. I will say that. It's nice to see a range as well. So you've got single shots, cakes, rockets. You probably need a little fountain box just to supplement them if you were doing a sort of family display. But it's some decent selection there. You've got some smaller barrage packs as well, so they cater for all the different budgets really. These are 1.4G. So we've got the 3 gems, they've been out a couple of years now, and the 4 gems as well. But they're all different ones. As are these 2 are new for 2022. Again, well, that one's 1.3G, which is good, so I'll have to keep my eye on that one as to what they do. So it's nice to see. So Cobalt and Bunker Buster, the 2 new ones for this year. And then obviously they do smoke flares and mines, full spectrum there. And then this is an absolute bargain. I'm sure Purple Detonation, you could get it a couple of years for about £12 in the shops. It's probably gone up a tad, I would imagine, this year, but you certainly shouldn't be paying anywhere near like the RRP. But that's a great little mine. That's like it suggests, a mine is a single release of all the tubes all at once, basically. So 200 grams worth of pyro going up all at the same time, and they're 30mm tubes. Which is great, and so 10 shots, they'll all go up at the same time, reach a height of about 50 meters, and yeah, that's a cracking mine from the video I've seen, and very good value for money. Then we're on to rockets now. We've got some obviously small ones there. The Scream rockets, new for this year, based on some of the screeching quality of some of the bigger cakes that do have the screamers in. They will be very loud, I would imagine. So we're definitely eager to see what they're like, and if they are retailing at that kind of price, that's an absolute bargain, so I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for that one. They've got some 1.4G rockets there, Storm rockets, and then Scorpion there, 1.3G. For rockets, certainly I would try and, if you can afford it and stretch your budget, go for the 1.3G if you can. Let's have a look here. So we've got, these are new Falcon Rockets, 1.3Gs. Breakout Rockets have got a really good reputation. I hear lots of good comments about Breakout Rockets. They are the Warhawk style rockets. Every brand has a Hawk variant nowadays, and they're 1.3G. But yeah, definitely worth looking at the video for those. Really good rockets. And then new for this year, so there's Double Impact. Again, I think they do look like Hawk type variants, and they'll probably be, as they suggest, a double bursting rocket basically. So you normally get the main burst followed by a slightly smaller peony as your secondary effect, unless they're any differently, but I haven't seen any videos for those yet. And then the knockout ones, KO, again 1.3G rockets. I haven't seen the videos for those, so I can't really comment on them. We've got some even bigger selections here, so 3 out of these 4 are all new for this year, all 1.3G. So Warrior, Tomahawk, 27 Extreme and Delta, new for this year. So interesting to see how those perform. And then we're on to the bigger rockets now. I've seen, pretty much from here on in, I've seen all the videos, apart from the ones that aren't posted. So the Royals, what can I say about the Royals? The videos I've seen of these are phenomenal. Absolutely amazing rockets, these. Especially the silver one. The silver one in particular. It's a silver strobe, but it's got this lovely inner core and then an outer ring. So it's like 2 sort of effects really. Really, really professional looking rockets. And then the gold one's got, I think it's got a hint of red in, but certainly the silver one, I'd quite happily have a 2-pack of silvers. Based on the videos I've seen, they're absolutely beautiful. Then moving on, we've got the 3-pack here of Predators. One's red with green tips, sort of brocade type. There's a red crackling one and then a gold willow as well. So their bursts are huge on those as well. It doesn't tell you what the NEC is, but it will be on the big side, and they're 1.3G. So we've got Troll here onto the small cakes. So 1.4G Troll is they're just mini dahlias basically. It's a fairly small bore. Tube size is only 20mm, but perfect for the smaller garden. And then we've got Phantom here. Retails there. Well, the recommended retail price is $17.99, but if you look, I think it's Middleton Fireworks. I got it for a tenner last year. It will go up this year, I would imagine, but only by a few quid. It's great value for money. 19 shots, and it's 30mm. Is it 30mm? No, tube size is only 20mm again, but the effects are good on that one. Mixed effect. There's reds, greens, there's crackling in there, and that's, yeah, value for money wise. That's certainly worth looking at, I would say. So that's Phantom. Then we've got a gender reveal section. Obviously these are very popular nowadays, and they're all different, by the way, so I thought that these would be the same as each other, but it turns out no. You've got 4 different fireworks and 4 different effects. So you've got Avatar. Again, I think Middleton Fireworks had it on for about £20 either last year or the year before, so obviously ignore the RRP. You should be paying, it will be slightly more because shipping's gone extortionately high, so it will be a few quid more this year with inflation. Everything's going up. But Avatar there, that's a nice loud blue peony from the video I've seen. And then Princess Sophia's obviously the pink version, again in pink, but it's got some lovely mine lifts to it before the burst. So it's got a nice sort of primary effect and then the secondary main effect, which is nice. Then you've got Surprise Boy and Surprise Girl. So a little bit more discreet if you're doing a proper gender reveal and you don't know the sex. And the retailer will sort of, they'll know. You give them the envelope and they will pick the right one, and you won't know from the wrapping whether it's going to be pink or blue until you fire it, which is really clever. So Surprise Boy, that's got blue, but it's got like a white secondary effect, and Surprise Girl's more of a brocade, but also peony as well. So they're multi-effect cakes rather than a single colour effect. So it's worth checking out the videos. If I personal preference wise, I'd probably go with the main colours rather than secondary effects and them changing about a bit. Just because if you're doing like an online reveal, it's quite apparent what they're going to be from the colours on those two. And then we've got some smaller cakes there. You've got the whistle cake there, 25 quid, 1.4G. They'll be nice and loud. Crazy Clown here. That's been out a couple of years now. That's more of, well, it's a multi-effect cake basically. It's got brocades, colour stars, glitter strobes, crackles, so mixed effect. And then Blue Blaze, as it sounds there, it's quite good. For a 1.4G, the video looks very good. So you've got gold palms with blue, and then like a volley of them all together to finish, which is nice. And then you've got Eclipse here, which is like a blue brocade with white glitter, and then it switches to red crosettes and then brocades and then spinners with a volley at the end as well. So that's a really good mixed effect cake, and with it having crosettes in, that really caught my eye. So that's one I certainly keep my eye on this year. I don't think I'd seen the video before until I went through them for this review. So yeah, that's one I've got my eye on. Then we've got Ghost here. Again, another mixed effect cake. Peonies, spinners, sort of swimming fish or swimming stars, whatever you want to call them. Gold glitter. It's got red, blue mine lifts. Green, red glitter, purple. It's got everything in there really. Another good mixed effect cake. And the tube size is 25mm, so the bursts are a good size on those. So we're really ramping up really in terms of effects and quality now. Then we've got this one, which I nearly bought a couple of years ago, and I wish I had, because it was on the market for 25 quid. As you can see, there's the RRP. Middleton were doing it for £25 a couple of years ago. It will have gone up in price, but even if it's 30 quid or even if it's 35 quid, it's still a really good firework. watch the video for that. It's amazing. The thing I like about it, not only the price, is the second phase has comet tails each side in a nice fan, and then a brocade centre. Really professional looking firework. But it's got all sorts. It's got red-green brocades as well to start, and then there's a nice volley to finish off as well. So highly recommend that one. And then you've got Bullfighter down here. That's palms, reds, greens, blues. It's got a very nice pace to it. And then the finish has got some crackles. And then we've got Big Boom over here. That's spinners to salutes. So if you like noise, as obviously the name suggests, that's probably your choice. It's a 30mm tube size as well. So although the effect isn't a big burst, it's a very concentrated burst. So the salute, it's just designed for noise really more than anything else. So it's just a puff of sort of white, very tight circle, but that's a lot of powder concentration in there which generates the noise. So there's Big Boom. You've got Rampage down here. That's a brocade, glitter tails, and some crackle towards the end. And that's 1.3G as well. So these are 30mm as well. So the bursts are going to be good. We've got some slightly bigger cakes now. So Radioactive, that's new for this year. Haven't seen a video. They haven't released one at the time when we're doing this video review, so I can't comment. We've got Spider down here. That has red pearls with crackling comet tails, the green and blue as well, so it's like a fan effect. It's more of a low noise one, and it's got a sort of a multicolour version. So it starts with red, then goes green, then goes blue, and then it's a combination of all three towards the end. But it's a lovely cake, certainly if you want to break up the main display, and it's quite professional looking as well. Only 1.4G, but it doesn't need to be 1.3G because there's no burst really, they're just tails. But it's a very nice firework, certainly worth checking out if you're doing a sort of more organised display. And you got Destroyer over here. Again, that's new for this year, but there is a video out on there. That's brocades, reds, greens, blues, I think. What else I've put in my notes there? And then it fans. We've got some white willows, I think. And then a double volley finish to the end of that one. And then Temptation down here, 1.3G. That's willows with like swimming fish. It's fan and straight shot, so it's a double one. And I've put massive, so I presume that means massive bursts. But it is 30mm, so you would expect that kind of performance from the tube size. And then we got Gone Mad. Very fast firing, mixed effect cake. A bit too fast for my liking, but some people love that kind of stuff. It's different horses for different courses. Just because I'm not a fan of fast firing items doesn't mean it's a bad firework. If you like that kind of thing, it is certainly quite ferocious. And then you've got Mudbox down here. That's been out a couple of years. One of my mates raves about Mudbox. But it does have a bit of everything, to be fair. There's crackles in there. There's fanned comets, like red glitter comets as well. They're very, very nice. There's some crackles in there as well. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. And then you've got Thunder Dragon. That is straight shot and fan. It's got some nice blue in there as well. Some nice vivid blues. And a very loud whistle finale. So yeah, it's worth checking out that video. You've got Fearless down here. It's got single shots and then fanned volleys, and that repeats itself 2 times over, and it's got like a crackle finale. So that's Fearless. Got some even bigger stuff now. So we've got Here We Go. I've not seen this one before, so yeah, it is new for this year. But there is a video out for it already. So that's got a crackle tail in a fan, and then some single bursts. There's purple, green in there, there's crackling chrysanthemums in there, there's whistles in there, a multicoloured sort of finale, and I've put a little tick by the side of my notes on that one, which means I obviously like that one. So I'll have to keep an eye out on that for what sort of price it'll be, because it certainly caught my attention. So it's a nice new one for this year. We've got Revelation down here. That's Fanned Willows. It's got massive bursts. There's some crackle in there as well. And then we've got Black Widow up here. Again, so I'm not sure if there are two versions of Black Widow, but I have seen that one historically for about £65. That's got crackle palms, reds, greens, purples in there, so some nice colour variations. And then on to Nebula. Now, I nearly bought this 2 years ago, based on the video I saw, which was phenomenal. The problem I have, and the reason I didn't buy it, is there are two different videos, and they both show different performance. There's one video at the time of publishing this. There's one that's 11 months old, and there's a video that's 1 year old. The 1 year old one, I didn't like the look of. The 11-month-old one looks amazing with some absolutely phenomenal colours in there. As it sounds like Nebula, it does look like that. It's fantastic. But I worry that there are two different videos and it's quite confusing, so I ended up not getting it, which is a shame. But I don't know what to say about that one. It's either going to be amazing or it'll just be as per the first video. Which is a shame. You know, I'd love to fire it and find out, but I wouldn't be taking the risk, unfortunately. We've got compound cakes here. So we've got Willow Box, as it sounds. It's Willow intensive, massive bursts, lovely blue stars in there, nice professional piece. 1.3G and 104 shots. That's certainly a good piece. And then you've got Valhalla down below. It's very fast, I've put on that one. It's got colour brocades in there. There's fan and straight shots and a crackle sort of finale to that. Then we've got Unforgettable here. That's got bursts with crackle comets even. Brocades in there. There's a ghost secondary effect in some of the bursts and some crackle to the finale. And then this beast down here, Gargantuan. That's got comet tails, spinners, peonies. It's mixed effect. There's brocades in there, dahlias. There's a little bit of everything, as you would expect, and it's a good duration. Obviously, you can see the size of it there. It's 189 shots. And then we're getting towards the end of the catalogue now, so we've got some compound cakes here. None of these are new. These have been out a couple of years now. So you got Dark Heaven there. I've put a tick by this, so out of the two I prefer this one. So Dark Heaven, what have I put in my notes? Oh, it's got howlers in, that's why, and they're loud as. There's a couple of segments with howlers in there, really nice, and there's crossettes in there as well, some spinners as well. So it's like a show in a box. It's got pretty much every type of effect in there. So yeah, I put a tick by that, so I obviously like that one. And then Destruction. It's the reason why I don't prefer this one is because if you like crackle and noise, then this is absolutely fine. There's a lot of crackle in Destruction. They're both 2 minutes 50 seconds duration as well. So I know they're on the expensive side. Obviously, take the RRPs with a pinch of salt. But it's a whole display. You know, you just like the one thing. It goes through its cycle. It's 2 minutes 50 seconds. It's going to wow the crowd, no matter which one you choose. And you're done, basically. So you don't have to buy singles, and that's the beauty of compound cakes, basically. But you need a lot of room for them, obviously. They're 1.3G, and they're going to be Cat 3, so you need 25 meters between you and your audience. And that's right, to be fair. It's not just from a safety aspect. It's also from an aesthetic view. You can be sat under them. You don't really get appreciation of how good they are sometimes when you're underneath them, certainly from firing them, I know that. But yeah, it's from a safety point of view and from a spectator point of view, you need some big gardens really for those kind of things. And then the last one is the best one, I have to say. Leviathan. It's got some lovely... Well, it's a mixed effect cake, to be fair. It's got everything, but there are some lovely crackling crosette bursts in this. That's certainly why I like it. But there's palms in there. It's not too in-your-face crackle either. There's swimming fish in there. There's spinners. There's whistles in there. Colour stars, like I said, crosettes. Horsetails as well. Some bursts with some... It's like a fan effect, but the horsetails are on the edges. It's a really well thought out piece, this is. And you know it's good when Chalk Fireworks stock it, I'll say that. From what I was told, they sold out last year of this. It was that good and that popular. And the video, I think it is as the video is. So I'd check out the video for that. That is definitely the best piece that that Gemstone do. So all in all, some really good kit. There they are. Gemstone Fireworks based in Bolton, so back in Greater Manchester where I hail from originally. So nice to see a localish company and some great pieces. So thanks again for to Gemstone for sending me this out. It's been great fun to look through all the videos and put this video together. So I hope you found it informative. Like I say, just because I like them doesn't mean you will. You know, there's some I don't particularly like that other people think is the best firework ever. It's all down to opinion at the end of the day. But they have that big a range that you can't really go wrong with their stuff. So highly recommend them. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.